What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here, and welcome back to the first, I believe, of 3 2020 Internationals against the West Indies. Now, in the one-day series, we really should have won that series. We really should have won it. I mean, we were up 2-0, should have won the third game. I think we ended up tying that and then losing the last two in pretty dramatic fashion, it must be said. But we're looking to come back, be stronger in this 2020 series. We do welcome back a few different players into the side, and just like our KKR game yesterday, our first slip has a serious case of the dropsies. He's just gone down, I believe, and put down Chris Gale, which is a huge wicket. He is an absolute monster wicket in this format. In any format, I must have you. And well, I mean, we're getting there. We do make not a handful of changes. We do make a few changes to the side today. So Tom Bruce does come back in. We do see the return of Adam Milne as well to New Zealand setup, which is very exciting to see his pace. And just like that, first ball, thank you for coming, he says. And that is a great start. Really, couldn't ask for much of a better start than that from Adam Milne. Corey Anderson in the side. No Jimmy Neesham today. No Colin Munro due to injury. Ish Sodhi has dropped out of the side to come in. Well, sorry, to pave the way for Adam Milne to make that return to the side. I was going to say, Corey Anderson is getting a fair bit of tap here. So we may not see him back today, because he's gone for 16 already off his first over. So possibly not seeing him come back anytime soon, because we can't afford that. We cannot afford that. We need to keep going, keep trucking on through. I'm going to give Corey another chance, you know, just to see him come back. He only goes for 6, which is perfect. Adam Milne, to have a bowler like Adam Milne bowling in the middle of the innings, you know, those middle overs, must just be absolutely awesome to have, you know, for a fielding captain. To have a guy who can bowl that much heat in the middle of your innings. It's the same scenario. A lot of people have said, how awesome will it be if we have a fully fit Lockie Ferguson and a fully fit Adam Milne in the same side together. Both guys bowling heat, bowling 150 plus. It would just be absolutely incredible. So we have now turned to the spin of Mitchell Santner to try and slow down proceedings, possibly pick ourselves up a wicket as well. Just because they're going along quite nicely at the moment, it must be said, the West Indies. They're just toitering along, I guess, would be the word that I'm looking for. Don't know why I brought back Southey, but it was an inspired move, because he has gone and picked me up a wicket. I was actually trying to bring back Ben Wheeler. So we'll change that. Actually, we can't use him. We've got to use de Grandhomme. We've got to use de Grandhomme. We've got to get two overs out of somewhere. Because, well, we got to get 2 overs either out of de Grandhomme or another over out of Corey Anderson now. Just because of the way the side is made up today. We just need to get that something. Bit disappointing. I mean, Colin Munro has been such an inspiration for us lately with both bat and ball. It was hard to keep him out of the side, but it was just the way things worked out. Tom Bruce comes in, so we do have an extra batsman in at number 6, which we might possibly need, because it's looking as though we are going to be chasing down a semi-decent total, it must be said. And de Grandhomme really hasn't done too much better than Corey Anderson. He goes for 10 off his first over, so this will be his second and last one. And this is okay, so that 5th bowling option is a real concern for us, just because both Anderson and de Grandhomme have got taken to today. So that's, I guess, food for thought heading into our next game, that we could possibly change things up a little bit there. Look at maybe dropping someone down. I'm just trying to think really what we can do in that situation. The only thing we really can do is dropping Tom Bruce or dropping Taylor or Williamson, which I don't particularly want to do, or Guptill, because obviously so dangerous he is. And Ben Wheeler coming back. Good thing I did leave him to the death, because he's gone and got a wicket very first ball. Dorich then goes and picks him up down the ground for a 6, for a massive 6. And you can't really be too annoyed at this situation. I mean, we've done pretty well. The runs have come quite quickly. That is due to the fact, I guess, of those medium paces that we did have in Corey Anderson and Colin de Grandhomme just getting taken to in those 4 overs that they did bowl. But the pitch is still looking pretty good. We've got some batters that are in form. Obviously, Williamson, that's a good catch from Tommy Latham. For all those comments about saying that we had the dropsies behind the wickets, he has just gone and put my faith back in there. Wheeler's actually gone and got his third, which I am a little bit surprised about because he's not really a guy that I do like to use at the death very often. Get out of there. Just because he's more of a guy I like to use opening up when the ball is swinging and moving around. So, but he's done the job today, which is awesome. Adam Milne getting the job done too. Only going for 3 runs off that last over. Keeps West Indies under that 160 mark. They are 153. And we are chasing 154 for the victory with a fired up, I was going to say, Tom Latham, who's got a 4 first ball and then has followed it up with basically letting his middle stump be absolutely castled. So, Williamson, Guptill, who are the 2 keys in the side. Ross Taylor as well. I could possibly look at moving Ross Taylor down to number 5 like New Zealand have done in 2020 Internationals in the past, letting Corey Anderson up at that number 4 role. I think it really does depend a lot on how the game is playing out as well. Like if you need someone to come in and just bash it, or you've got a very good platform, then you're going to bring in Corey Anderson and give him a free license to just do whatever he likes, because he's one of those guys who can change the game essentially in the space of an over or 2. Whereas Ross Taylor is one of those guys who probably more prefers to play himself in a little bit before going for that big slog. But we do know what a great hitter he can be as well at the back end of the innings. So we've got off to a very good start here, very good partnership from these two, which is what we have come to expect from them. 2 very senior players in this New Zealand setup. Now, Guptill 14 off 15, which is quite surprising. It is Williamson who is being the aggressor of the 2 with his 41 off 26. I don't care who gets them, to be fair, as long as we get them and knock them off, because after we won the Test Series, drew the one-dayers, which we really, to be fair, should not have drawn the one-day international series by any stretch of the imagination. 4-1 is probably what we should have been looking at. We definitely want to come back strong in this T20 series and win this, absolutely smash it, and that is what is looking like is happening at the moment. Williamson is playing very well, 57 off 31. Guptill has finally lifted that strike rate over 100, which is perfect. That's what we need. He is a key figure at the top of the innings for us. In an ideal world, I would love to see basically Guptill just see Guptill hit out and then have the likes of Williamson and Latham really as those anchors. You know, if Latham does get out early like he did today, get Kane to go and play throughout the innings and get Guptill to smash. And then you do have your hitters left to come as well, obviously with Anderson, Taylor, Tom Bruce to a certain extent, and I'm trying to think who else that we have in the side. De Gronholm, Santner. So we do have plenty of batting left in the side. We do only need 32 runs off these last 8 overs, so we have gone and done a really good number. Guptill does go and get 50 as well, so he has upped his strike rate tremendously in the second half of the innings for him, which is great. Net run rate doesn't count for anything in these games. However, we would like to go out with a bang and get a very good win on the board just to keep that momentum going in the group into this, third and final series, I guess, of the Windies tour. And it's looking as though we probably will be wrapping this up in the next couple of overs, which is absolutely perfect. That's what we want to see. Roston Chase putting on a bit of a spin here. Literally, he's had Guptill for 4 dot balls in a row. Guptill pulls out the sweep and changes that around pretty quick, smartly. He's gonna hit the winning runs here. New Zealand 154 for 1. Record partnership of 150 between Guptill and Williamson, so that is brilliant. Williamson finishes 78 not out, Guptill 61 not out, and New Zealand get there with 3.2 overs left to go, so a very comprehensive win. Kane Williamson getting that man of the match. Ben Wheeler, I thought, bowled very well as well. So did Adam Milne, unlucky not to pick up any more wickets, and Tim Southee, just really the leader of this pack as usual, getting the job done. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, drop a like on this video. If you are new, please do subscribe. Social media links can be found down below in the description if you do want to have a chat. Definitely go and hit me up down there. Until next time, guys, ka kite anoa. See you soon.